Chairman of the All Progressives Congress in Lagos State, Pastor Cornelius Ojelabi, has urged Muslims to sustain the spiritual purification and discipline observed during the Ramadan fasting period beyond the holy month. Ojelabi spoke on Tuesday at the party's third annual Ramadan lecture held at the LTV Blue Roof in Ikeja, Lagos. Represented by the APC Vice Chairman for Lagos Central, Muhyiddin Daramola, Ojelabi cautioned Muslims against reverting to habit that could diminish the gains of the fast. He identified three categories of those who observe the fast: those who begin but do not complete it, those who start and stop midway, and those who stay to the end. He prayed for endurance and steadfastness for all Muslims until the conclusion of Ramadan.
Maintaining our spirituality after Ramadan. Àkókò o, nítorí náà máa fẹ́ kí gbogbo wa tẹ́tí ká gbọ́ gbogbo nǹkan tí a ṣe nínú oṣù Ramadan. Ẹni tí ó bá ní ọgbọ̀n àwẹ̀ tá a gbà yìí, òun ò rí gbígbàdúrà ń bẹ̀, irọ́ ló ń pa o. Run through the list again.
Chairman of the Ramadan Lecture Planning Committee, Moshood Mayegun, used the occasion to mobilize party members ahead of future elections, urging them to obtain their permanent voter cards and encourage others to participate in the electoral process.
When Ramadan finishes, what should be the priority of a strong believer, a faster of Ramadan? You know, the period of 39 or 30 days is a period that we have had a rebirth of ourselves. We reintegrate ourselves into righteousness, into goodness, into the piety of Allah. And what should be the next thing that is necessary for everyone that took his time or our time during the month of Ramadan is to build on the foundation laid by himself and by Quran during the month of Ramadan of goodness, piety, and goodwill to others, that other people around him, be Muslim or of non-Muslim.
Days are the last 10 days of Ramadan.
Notable attendees included Ikeja Local Government Chairman, Comrade Hakeem Olalekan Dauda, Chief of Staff to the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Tayo Ayinde, Conference 57 Chairman, Alhaji Abdullahi Olowa, as well as Alhaja Adetu Radibowale, and member Lagos State House of Assembly representing Ekpe Constituency 1, Honorable Abiodun Tobun.
It's a very good one. This is Ramadan month, and it gives us a very unique opportunity to listen to the Word of God. The lecturer spoke about life after the month of Ramadan. That we should continue to do the things that we're doing right now. During Ramadan, everybody is of good behavior. You know, we are brothers keeper, and so we must continue to do that. We also use the opportunity to pray for our nation and pray for our president, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who has been doing a fantastic job, and we all pray that by next year, 2027, Asiwaju will be re-elected as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
First and foremost, I want to congratulate the state party for organizing this. It shows that they are committed to the tenets of our party, and it shows they are committed to the growth and development and the coming back of our leader, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But we've been able to gather here that we should sustain our belief, our faith. We should sustain it. And we've been able to gather here that one God. We should serve God with His fear. And after this period, we should ensure that all those social vices that we have shown during this period, we must abandon it in totality.
Comrade Dauda praised the event for promoting unity, moral consciousness, and grassroots governance, reaffirming his commitment to supporting initiatives that foster spiritual growth and community development.
Yeah. actually could cost absolutely nothing. I mean, zero. Well, on that note, I welcome you to Opportunity Radio TV on TVWest. My name is Daniel Owoyemi. I'm mighty glad to be here. On this episode, we're unpacking how ordinary Nigerians are taking advantage of opportunities out there. Opportunity Radio TV will connect you to life-changing opportunities. But before I really get into details and unveil who my guest is, so we can get into the depth of this, let's go for this breather. We'll be back after this time out. Stay with us. Alright, welcome back. You're still on to TVWest, and this is Opportunity Radio TV. Before we went on that break, I told you we're going to be unpacking how Nigerians go into full scholarship. What are the opportunities available for them? And I've been joined this moment by an amazing one who is going to be helping us to unpack this. Good morning, Mrs. Olajumoke Makonyola, representing Study Across Globe.
Good morning, sir.
Glad to have you on Opportunity Radio TV.
Same here, sir.
So let's look at this. Opportunities for Nigerians abound, but not many people are looking at full scholarship. So you want to ask, many Nigerians believe that this is actually impossible. Is it true to have full scholarship, I mean, at zero cost?
Yes, it is. It's very much possible. In sense that we have some partners or body that actually help students or as a nation to actually make the whole study easy. If at all you don't have the financial means, you don't have, but so far you are very intellectually sound, you have much opportunity there, because those people actually look at some categories of things to work with before issuing out a scholarship. And we have a scholarship body that actually help students per se to make it very much easier to achieve your dream in other countries.
So is there anything as full scholarship?
Yes.
So but some you hear scholarship and they don't give you full. Is this still scholarship?
Yes, it's still scholarship.
What do you call that?
Partial scholarship, and we have full scholarship.
Okay, so who pays for this scholarship? I mean, you go to school, you don't pay anything. Who pays for that? They say there's nothing free anywhere, even in Freetown. So how come there are towns something is free? Who pays?
Okay, so we have some bodies that actually helps. They take care of that. That's the government part of the whole scholarship. Bodies of NNPC, Chevrons. We have other people that actually helps with the whole full scholarship part. We have the Irish government that actually, help students with the whole full scholarship funded.
So you want to ask which countries offer the best of the scholarship? I mean, we have scholarship in Nigeria, but which countries globally offer this scholarship?
Like I said, Irish government actually offers full scholarship. We also have what's it called, Chevron, that helps students to, so far you are willing, like I said earlier, so far you are willing to take hold this whole process. So we have people that are willing to do everything like that, and the bodies of Chevron, NNPC, Irish, and some of the schools in UK so actually give what's it called, tuition deposit scholarship. That is it.
Okay, now let's try to get into details now.
Okay.
So when you talk about scholarship, like when do applications really begin? This is July now.
Yeah, this is July.
As application started, or which period is it? Summer, winter? I mean, which period?
Okay, so the major process for intake is September. That's the major. We have June. We have January. Some schools have May, June, and majorly September. But the major one is September, that we have mass people going to study. So for that, for majorly the scholarship part is going to be for September intake.
Okay, you want to share with us maybe names of some of those scholarships that will be available in September?
Okay, so for the scholarships that's going to be available in September, we have the the Chevron, we have the NNPC, we have this Irish government too.
Okay.
They also give full scholarship to students that are willing.
So interested people should start looking out for
September. They should start looking out for September to apply. So they will definitely apply before September because they are working towards September intake. So we're looking at the likes of May, April. So the scholarship should be ahead of the September intake.
So when you say scholarship, what are the reviewers? What are they looking out for? Because we're still going to be looking at details, but like just mention one or two things that they are looking out for.
Okay.
Thousands of people are applying from different parts of the world.
So when we are talking about full scholarship, we're talking about how responsible is the person going to be to handle the whole process. Because I mean, they are doing the person a big favor, huge favor. You have the willingness to actually study, but the means are not there. You understand? So this body is actually, you know, they are looking forward to someone that has that is intellectually sound, someone who is very, very brilliant. You understand? Whereby your financial status is actually low. I mean, you cannot give funded scholarship to someone that has it.
But talk to me.
The values are going to be there.
Why do some people? I just want to put myself in the shoes of someone who is watching and is wondering. Oh, I've applied several times. So what made people? I mean, what makes people get rejected? Why are some people rejected?
Okay, so like you said, there are thousands of people that are going to apply, different qualification, different things they've actually put in it. So they look into few things. How responsible is this person? I mean, we attended universities. Are you committed? Do you have a maybe a particular club you join or something that makes you responsible? Do you do community service?
So even activities such as extracurricular,
it's actually, yes, it's a factor.
But for someone who did all of these things, I mean, submitted the CVs, the personal statements, and they still got a no, what could be that thing that they may not pay attention to that may be getting them disqualified?
Like I actually said earlier, we have 1001 different qualifications, different, so there will be a particular thing these people are looking into. Like I said, extracurricular activities, intellectually sound, and if the person does not have the means but is willing to learn.
Fantastic. So does it matter whether you graduate with 2-2? Can you still get scholarship?
Okay, so most of the scholarships they do with 2-1.
2-1.
Yes,
okay.
That's what I'm saying. You have to be I'm not saying 2-2 is actually not good or third class. No, I'm saying that we have thousands of people doing into this. We have thousands of applicants. So we have first class, we have 2-1, we have 2-2. So definitely they want to pick out the outstanding ones. I'm not saying 2-2 is not outstanding. I'm not saying third class. But with the whole competition thing, I feel from first class to 1. And we have that of what's it called, third class, second class, lower, that can also apply to. That's the partial scholarship with the school. So most of the schools actually help international students, to reduce the tuition. You know, let's assume you have a particular tuition fee of maybe 21,000 and you're giving a discount of 5,005 or probably 7,000. It's something. You understand? But we're looking at full funded scholarship, whereby you don't need to pay tuition fee, you don't need to do living expense, your health fee, everything is going to be taken care of. So I mean, it's a world of competition.
Well, you have been in this terrain for quite a number of years. That's your brand. So you'd like to share with us, have you seen anyone who has gone through this, or have you seen anyone through the process of application for full scholarship and the person came out with yes? Have you seen such?
Yes.
Oh, tell us about
okay, so in my agency, that was last year September, Study Across Globe, we have one of our students that applied to University of Austin, located in Birmingham City. So we have that person last year September. The person actually got full funded scholarship from the university.
100%.
Yes, 100%.
And you took the person through the whole application?
We actually took the person through the whole application process and everything. So we have thousands of people that actually applied.
Can you let us into something spectacular that you do when it comes to applying that? Of course, I mean, for that person now that made the person get a yes. I mean, something spectacular.
Okay, so the person applied very early.
Early application, right?
Yes, it matters a lot.
Matters a lot.
Yes, person applied very early, and the person actually put the whole process, did the CV, did everything, the extracurricular, whatever she was doing, into the community service she was doing, and then she actually attached everything. So it's not like
proofs,
she,
right?
yes, it's not like she lied or anything. Everything was genuine, and she had a good result.
Okay, well, in case you're just joining us, you're still on Opportunity Radio TV, reaching you from TVWest, and I've been speaking with my guest, none other than Mrs. Olajumoke Makonjola, joining us from Study Across Globe. We'll go for a break now, and when we return, the team may get bigger than this. Do not be surprised. We're just unpacking opportunities, particularly as Nigerians leave this money on table, full scholarship for study abroad. We'll be back after this time out. Welcome back. You're still on to TVWest, and this is Opportunity Radio TV, and we have been looking at opportunities abound in applying for full scholarship. My guest has been Miss Olajumoke Makojola, and this time around we're having the larger team as King David joins us. Hello, King David. Welcome.
Yeah, well, thank you.
You're sitting like you are the king now, right? So you come and take. All right, so
Good afternoon.
you're welcome. So Mr. Olajumoke has done a bit of this, so we just want to take it a little higher now. We want to look at the toolbox of applying for full scholarship. What are the things that should be in that toolbox? Some get yes, some get no. But for those who get yes, which we are aware that you've been part of, so what are those things? For instance, which country should one target? Which country offers more scholarship?
Okay. In terms of countries that offer more scholarship, I don't think we'd be placing overemphasis on just one country, but countries like the UK offer scholarship, the US, Germany, Australia. There are so many countries that offer a whole lot or a wider range of scholarship. So we cannot just streamline it down to a particular country.
That makes it even more interesting. So you can cast your nets for as wide as you can.
You can explore.
Okay, so what are the courses? Is it STEM courses? Is it social science? What are the courses that offer more that people can really leverage?
Well, I think that at the larger scale of it, there are some scholarship that are course specific. Like the scholarship was designed to attend to a particular industry within a particular economy. Okay. So there are so many, like when you talk about the NMPC scholarship, for example, we already know where it is channeled towards, and some scholarship are also channeled. It's just depending on, I feel like at the core of it, it's depending on the aspect of the economy that body of scholarship has decided to attend to. Absolutely. So that's why we do not have any particular scholarship that is designed solely for you. You just need to typically explore. When the scholarship come out, you tend to see the range of courses that it has been designed to attend to, and if it does suit your checklist, you can put in application.
Okay, you shared a success story the other time, and it gladdens heart to hear that you are part of such from A to Z.
Yeah.
But it's important to also ask, for some of these scholarship people do interview, right? So is it for all of them to do interview, or some are interview phobia? I mean, interview phobic. They hear of interview, they're afraid. They want to go, they apply for visa, they say interview, they're afraid. So is it all of this scholarship application that people have to appear for interview?
Yeah, but mostly you have to take an exam. Like I said, for them to streamline or sieve some some entries, yes. So they need to, out of thousands or millions of people that is going to apply, definitely they'll write an exam. So after the exam, some people will pass, and it's beyond whatever you've budgeted for. So I feel your interview is going to save some other people. Yes.
So I'll come back to you, King David. Like when you do your CV now, let's look at the toolbox. I want us to unpack the toolbox now. Your CV, what should your CV look like when you're applying for? For sponsorship, for scholarship, what should your CV look like?
Okay, for the CV is meant to be a document that exposes intricate details about you, starting from who you are, your detailed assessment of who you are, what you believe in, your values, and what you stand for. Then after that, they want to see your educational qualifications. They want to see the level you've gotten to academically. Of course, you need to also be detailed in your CV, because you're applying for a scholarship, you're in competition against so many people, probably in competition against the world. So you would want to place yourself at the core of it is the fact that we tailor our CVs to suit the opportunities we want to apply for. So you need to tailor your CV to suit the opportunity you're planning to apply for. So you would want to place in academic qualifications that are typically relevant to that opportunity. And after that, there is also the experience range. There are some scholarship programs and there are some courses that does require you to have particular real life experiences in some particular field, and you would need to, of course, highlight that significantly with details on your achievement within those roles as at when you help them. So tailoring your CV to suit what you have applied for places you at a better advantage to getting the scholarship, because what they want to see more is they want to see details, very, very strong details about you as a person.
Okay, now CV is just one out of many things that should be in that toolbox for application. So what are those other things? Like, I want to apply for full scholarship now. What are the things that the document, the credentials, the things that
Okay, just like you said, the CV is just one out of many. There is the academic certifications, your transcript, your WAEC, and some other academic qualifications you would want to add up to it. There is the personal statement.
What is that personal statement? It's like there is your personal statement. What is personal statement?
The personal statement.
Let me be realistic. Could cost absolutely nothing. I mean, zero. Well, on that note, I welcome you to Opportunity Radio TV on TVWest. My name is Daniel Owoyemi. I'm mighty glad to be here. On this episode, we're unpacking how ordinary Nigerians are taking advantage of opportunities out there. Opportunity Radio TV will connect you to life-changing opportunities. But before I really get into details and unveil who my guest is, so we can get into the depth of this, let's go for this breather. We'll be back after this time out. Stay with us. Alright, welcome back. You're still on to TVWest, and this is Opportunity Radio TV. Before we went on that break, I told you we're going to be unpacking how Nigerians go into full scholarship. What are the opportunities available for them? And I'm being joined this moment by an amazing one who's going to be helping us to unpack this. Good morning, Mrs. Olajumoke Makonjola, representing Study Across Globe.
Good morning, sir.
Glad to have you on Opportunity Radio TV.
Same here, sir.
Thanks for staying with us on TV West. You're watching News Radar. I'm Victoria Ogudende. Here's what on the radar this hour. Ekiti State reports a 33% rise in internally generated revenue after shifting to a voluntary tax model, scrapping roadblocks and business closure, with IGR climbing to 2.75 billion naira in June. The Olubadan of Ibadan bans photography and filming in the Ololu masquerade, citing tradition, and warns that women are also forbidden from seeing it as the 2026 festival begins. That diet drink you reach for every day, a new study suggests it could be aging your brain faster by more than a year and a half. Another Nigerian died in South Africa during police raid as death toll rises to 5. We'll bring you the details in a moment. Ekiti State government says it is maintaining a transparent and equitable tax system aimed at strengthening the economy while encouraging business growth and voluntary compliance. The chairman of the Ekiti Internal Revenue Service said the state has adopted a sustainable revenue model that relies on taxpayers willingly meeting their obligations rather than coercive enforcement. He praised residents for embracing voluntary tax payments. He noted that the approach has helped improve the state's internally generated revenue despite the suspension of enforcement measures such as roadblocks and the closure of business premises since July 2025. The state generated 2.7 billion naira in IGR in June 2026 compared to 2.06 billion naira recorded in the corresponding month of 2025. This represents an increase of 33.2%. A governance assessment has ranked Ondo State as the most poorly performing state in Nigeria. The findings place Ondo among the bottom 3 in 11 of the 15 governance indicators measuring citizen satisfaction with government performance. The state recorded its lowest scores in publicity of government policies, economic opportunities, and finding employment. Ondo ranked 35th out of 36 states for public hospital care. It ranked 33rd in citizen satisfaction with road, 32nd in public education quality, and 32nd in access to clean water. The findings are based on a 5-point citizen satisfaction scale, where higher scores indicate stronger public satisfaction. The data shows that fiscal discipline in Ondo has failed to translate into citizens' satisfaction. The Olubadan of Ibadan land has warned residents against taking pictures, filming, or recording the Ololu masquerade. Oba Rasidi Adewolu Ladoja also disclosed that women are not allowed to see the masquerade as it is a taboo according to tradition. The directives were issued in a statement as the 2026 Ololu Masquerade Festival begins on Monday, July 27th. Ololu is reportedly the biggest masquerade in the history of the ancient city. The festival will begin with a series of traditional visits across Ibadan. Still in the southwest. Suspected hoodlums have attacked a World Collation Center in Okuku, Osun State, where INEC officials were distributing permanent voters cards. The attackers stormed the Oyinlola DC school premises on Sunday and shot into the air. They made off with several packs of PVCs. A resident said about 8 hoodlums entered the premises and disrupted the exercise. Those at the scene reportedly fled in different directions. The Osun Police Command confirmed the incident. The commissioner condemned the act and ordered a comprehensive investigation. Police says about 10 armed thugs attacked the center, fired sporadically, and carted away 3 packs PVCs. Tactical and intelligence units have been deployed. Efforts are ongoing to apprehend the perpetrators and recover stolen cards. In another news, the Yoruba Ronu Leadership Forum has accused former President Olusegun Obasanjo of undermining the opposition and working for President Bola Tinubu. In a statement, the forum said Obasanjo's recent letter attacking Atiku Abubakar was a deliberate attack against the opposition parties in Nigeria. The group said Obasanjo has only confirmed speculations that he is working for the Kingsman to actualize his second-term ambition. The forum alleged that Obasanjo's public support for Peter Obi and Rabiu Kakonsu is a smokescreen aimed at masking his covert support for the Tinubu-led APC administration. The group claimed that when stakeholders reached out to Obasanjo, he was only interested in advancing Obi's bid. He allegedly told Southwest leaders that he was prepared to publicly disown Obi if he accepted the vice presidential ticket of the ADC. When Obasanjo could not impose Obi as the ADC candidate, the forum said he engineered defections to the National Democratic Congress. Let's talk health. A new study in neurology has established the several common low-calorie sweeteners may be linked to faster declines in memory and thinking skills. Nearly 13,000 adults were followed for 8 years. Those consuming the most sweeteners showed a 62% faster cognitive decline than those consuming the least, roughly equivalent to 1.6 extra years of aging. The link was strongest in people under 60 and those with diabetes. 6 sweeteners were associated with steeper declines, especially in memory: aspartame, saccharin, acetylfultame K, erythritol, sorbitol, and xylitol. These are common in diet drink and low-calorie food. The study shows only an association, not causation. Other factors could explain the pattern. Researchers note that while these sweeteners are often viewed as healthier than sugar, they may negatively affect long-term brain health. In business, global oil price fell 5% in early Asian trading on Monday after the United States and Iran suspended military attacks. Brent crude was trading at $92 per barrel, down to 5.15%. West Texas immediately fell 5.39% to $84. The sharp decline followed signals for Washington and Tehran that both sides were pausing hostilities to create room for diplomacy. The U.S. announced on Friday it was temporarily suspending its bombing campaign against Iran. The U.S. ambassador to the UN said the pause was intended to give diplomacy some space, while stressing that additional U.S. military assets were being deployed should negotiation fail. Iran also indicated it would halt attacks for as long as the U.S. refrains from military action. An Iranian official said Tehran's approach was attack for attack, signaling that its restraints would depend on continued U.S. restraints. You're watching News Radar on TVWest. We'll take a short break and return with more news. Welcome back to TV West. Now to the rest of the news. A coalition of civil society organizations has reaffirmed its commitment to ensuring justice in the Hajiran killings. The group insisted that ongoing investigations and prosecutions will not be derailed by campaigns of blackmail and misinformation. Addressing a press conference in Lagos, a spokesperson said no amount of pressure would halt the judicial process. The group also dismissed claims linking a former Lagos Commissioner of Police to the investigation into the death of singer Mohbad. It noted that the senior officer only assumed office in February 2025, months after Mohbad's death in September 2023. The group accused unnamed individuals of spreading false information to discredit police officers and undermine public confidence. Another member warned against the growing influence of content creators and pseudo-activists in the legal practice. He said allowing sponsored campaigns to interfere with justice could push the country towards anarchy.
The essence of this press conference is to raise very serious concern because unconsciously the legal institutions, particularly the police and the court, into the hand of comic characters, jesters and content creators. Today, matters are before the court, matters are before the police, are now being reduced to matters that content creators, comedians and jesters can sit before ring lights and begin to mobilize Nigerians on. This, I'm very particular on calling out the Inspector General of Police to be mindful of these characters, including those who are calling the Inspector General of Police my guy in the course of this their comedy and content creation.
We are not deterred in pursuing justice in Nigerian killings, as no amount of campaign of calumny will halt the wheel of justice that is grinding slowly and steadily on the matter. Finally, we, as the eyes and mouthpiece of the people, with high sense of patriotism, cannot stand idle to watch lies and blackmail targeted at individuals high and low in the society to go unchecked. Hence, the need for this World Press Conference to tell the world that no matter the level of blackmail, we shall stand by the truth, as our chronological analysis leading to the assumption of office of Mr. Moshood Olondare Jimoh as the CP Lagos Command points to the fact that those saying he was Compo Lagos Command then are blinded with hatred, pull him down syndrome and witch hunting.
It is given that everybody deserves the right to live, the right to self-expression. But what do you say when somebody or some group of people takes out the Nigerian police mast, crest, the Nigerian police logo, in the name of impersonation of police, to declare wanted an assistant inspector of police in Nigeria? And you know, we were just laughing, and people were just, by now I felt some arrests should have been made. No, imagine taking the letter-headed paper of ordinary ministry, to write a letter of suspension on a staff, which does not, what do we call that, please? That is forgery. And in the case of police, because of what the institution represents, that is felony.
MultiChoice Nigeria has revealed that Big Brother Nigeria supports over 1,000 jobs every year through its production cycle. Season 11 premieres this Sunday following an 8-month preparation period that began in November last year. All design and construction work for the show is handled by the Nigerian professionals. The BB Nigeria house was built from scratch in just 2 months. The Lagos facility is equipped with over 50 robotic cameras, nearly 60 microphones and dozens of speakers to ensure constant coverage of the housemates. Each season brings major redesigns to improve production quality. Recent changes included relocating the staircase and moving bedrooms upstairs for a better camera angles. Local workers, including carpenters, electricians, decorators, and engineers, are employed during construction. Hundreds more are hired during the show itself, including camera crew, technical staff, housekeepers, caterers, and tax facilitators. Outside Nigeria, official figures from the Democratic Republic of Congo show that confirmed Ebola cases have surpassed 3,000. The data included 1,354 deaths and 556 recoveries. 755 patients remain in hospital or isolation. The updated figure comes just 3 days after officials reported more than 1,000 deaths. The outbreak has now spread to 5 provinces. The unprecedented rate at which cases are increasing has made it fast-spreading epidemic ever documented. Halting the spread is complicated by the fact that the outbreak is unfolding in eastern Congo, which is in the midst of an armed conflict. Around 100 health workers at the treatment center in the epicenter have gone on strike over unpaid bonuses, disrupting care for patients. The Nigerian consulate in Johannesburg has confirmed the death of another citizen in South Africa, bringing the total number of Nigerians killed since the start of the latest xenophobic attacks to 5. Ibe Simon died on July 23rd in Belleville, Cape Town, during a police operation. Another Nigerian was shot and is receiving treatment. The consulate condemned the police tactics that led to the death. It described the incident as part of an alarming pattern of misconduct against foreign nationals. 4 other Nigerians have been killed since April. 2 died allegedly at the hands of South African military personnel. 2 others were killed in June, including one who was tortured to death by Metro police officers. No arrests have been made in any of the cases.
They came. Okay. They came today. They came around 10 o'clock. Okay. In the morning. Okay. Till now, they beat the young man. After searching and after investigating, they found nothing. Okay. The young man took them around. They handcuffed him. Okay. Plastic him, and they killed him to death. South African police killed him. They killed our brother. South African police, they killed our brother.
Approached the captain. The captain said that they find the guy inside the house when he's having heart attack. How can you find someone who is having a heart attack inside the house? And you arrested him. Okay. And also taking him around. What is your job as a police? Him to give you drugs. Do they give many drugs to keep for you? Did you guys
so where's the guy now? Where's the guy now that killed? Where is he? So the body is still inside.
They took him from here. They took him from here. Handcuffed him. Pouring water on him. With only cigarettes that he wear. They pouring water on him. This water. They pouring water on him. Take him to his place and flog him to death. And they came in here always. And what they came here to do is to steal for people. That's what they came here to do. They come here. They come to
as you can see, we are here.
And now to some sports stories. Nigeria remains strong contenders at the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, sitting among the top 6 nations in the medal table. Australia led the standings with 33 medals, followed by England with 18. Scotland sits third with 4 gold medals, while Nigeria, Canada and South Africa continue to make their presence felt. At the Glasgow Games, India currently rank 8th with 1 gold, 2 silver and 1 bronze, but Nigeria are positioned to climb higher as athletics officially opens at Carlstone Stadium. The Commonwealth Games continue with weightlifting, boxing and gymnastics events scheduled throughout the day. Australia led the medal table with 33 medals overall, while Nigeria are among the top 6 nations alongside Canada and South Africa. Algeria have made a successful debut in the Women's Africa Cup of Nations with a 2-0 victory over Senegal. The Greens took the lead with a penalty in the first half. Captain Marine Duffel converted from the spot. Algeria sealed the win at the very end of the game. Melissa Beatty scored in the 88th minute after a major error from the Senegalese goalkeeper. In another game, Morocco made an emphatic statement in their opening game, producing a dominant performance to sweep aside Kenya with 4 unanswered goals. Algeria will face Morocco next, while Senegal will take on Kenya. Both teams will be hoping to finish among the top 2 and qualify for the quarterfinals. Nigeria Super Falcons will begin their 2026 WAFCON title defense against Malawi on Tuesday, July 28 at the AI Madinah Stadium in Rabat, Morocco. The opening Group C match kicks off at 9 p.m. for those interested to watch the match. Now to an opportunity news. The Nigeria Directorate of Employment has opened registration for the 2026 Renewed Hope Employment Initiative Phase 3. The program is a nationwide vocational and entrepreneurial training designed by the federal government to combat mass youth unemployment and alleviate poverty. It aims to equip unskilled and unemployed Nigerians with market-driven skills. Interested applicants should visit the registration portal and create an account. Applicants must provide their national identification number, email address, and create a password. The online application requires personal information, contact details, educational qualifications, employment status, bank details, and preferred training program. Applicants must upload a passport photograph and educational certificate. To register, visit nderegistrationportal.ng/. That's News Radar for this hour. I'm Victoria Ogudende. Thank you for watching.